So, this video, let me preface this. Hold on, turn this off. Let me preface this. This is lighthearted. This is not meant to be taken seriously. Again, don't harass my friend Luke. But this is gonna basically be a response to one of the most whack Star Wars rankings I think I've ever seen. Luke, if you're watching this, and I know you are, I don't mean no hate on this. Again, I'm not hating on you. He's a good friend of mine. We've collabed in the past, so again, this is all just purely fun, and I'm gonna over dramatize my thoughts and opinions on his Star Wars ranking. So, yeah.
In dead last, The Rise of Skywalker.
Okay, so he put The Rise of Skywalker. Let me preface this also, is that he ranked this from worst to best. So Rise of Skywalker, I can understand that being the worst. In my honest opinion, it was total garbage. I don't see Rise of Skywalker. It felt like it was trying to sort of be like a response to Last Jedi without actually. Rise of Skywalker felt like it was just trying to do too much in a short amount of time period. They set up that Finn is a Jedi, Rey was actually in Last Jedi, Rey was a nobody, and now she was a Palpatine because I'm Ryan Johnson. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm J.J. Abrams. I want to do something I want to listen to the fans too much, and then just it felt like Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker were like two kids playing with a Star Wars toy, but they're like sort of just fighting over it, and they're pulling on its arms, and yeah.
Do I need to explain myself? The only good scene in here is the final Darth Vader scene.
Luke, I know you capping, bro, right? Rogue One was great, dude. It was like an actual war movie. The only good scene was Vader? Bro, I oughta put a cap in you for that.
I know some of y'all may disagree, and that's fine. I don't care. We can all have opinions. Last Jedi isn't that bad, in my opinion.
Okay, bro, this is exactly why I wanted to make this video, because Last Jedi is that bad, first off. Second off, we can all have opinions. Yours is trash. Last Jedi was just, like, I don't mind Star Wars doing new things, right? I mean, obviously, I don't want it to just be a retread of the originals. But the new stuff that they did, JJ was obviously setting up stuff in Force Awakens. And Rian Johnson, wanting to do his new things, did not take into account that in a trilogy, you need to set things up, you need to have a streamline, make it flow like a river, in a way that everything feels like it makes sense. They needed a roadmap, is what I'm trying to say.
People hype this up. I don't know why. I mean, like, I can see why, but it's not really worth all that hype, you know?
Okay. Revenge of the Sith. This is my favorite Star Wars movie of all time. In my opinion, it's not really too overhyped. I mean, it's got its moments. Again, Hayden Christensen, he kind of dwindles as Vader, if that makes any sense, where it's sort of, he's like putting a half-hearted performance, but when he goes full Vader, that is the best of his performance, in my opinion. Like, Jesus. And then, of course, we got Jesus himself in the movie. Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. You got Order 66. My favorite Star Wars scene, period. That is the most emotional and dark scene in any Star Wars movie, period. And, of course, Yoda, the Wookiee planet. Grievous. Grievous is awesome. I love Grievous. I love the Opera House scene, of course. The soundtrack, Obi-Wan versus Anakin. That was... I love Revenge of the Sith. But, yeah, I can see in some areas it's overhyped. But for me, at least, it's the one I grew up with. And I don't know. It is the best, in my opinion.
Still a great film. I don't care what you say. The Force Awakens changed my life, you know?
He put Force Awakens at number 2. Now, I don't really agree with this. I've grown to dislike Force Awakens. So don't get me wrong, when I first saw it, I literally thought it was the second coming of Christ. But, like, after seeing it and just seeing how the sequels went, I honestly disliked it a little more. Again, it's the best of the sequels, in my opinion. But I don't know. I don't know how to feel about Rey being a Mary Sue when she kicked Kylo, despite Kylo having years of training with the lightsaber. God. I don't know. It just feels like a bag of disappointment, you know, when you watch the sequels, like how it goes down. Because they set up so much, and yet for all of it to just sort of get convoluted, retcon, and all this other stuff, it just made me hate it a little more than I wanted to. And again, you know, it's a perfectly well-made movie, shot fine, soundtrack. John Williams can do no wrong, right? But I don't know. I really don't think it deserves number 2. And again, it's his opinion, so you know, I can respect his opinion. But for me, at least, Force Awakens isn't anywhere near top 5 in my opinion.
The perfect ending to a perfect story. Then
Number 1, he put Return of the Jedi, and Return of the Jedi, I can respect that, honestly. Return of the Jedi has some pretty base scenes. You got Anakin, or Darth Vader, turning to the light side, which is brilliant. Any scene with Luke and Vader, perfect, right? But I don't know. For me, at least, it sort of comes down to preference, really, in this. It's like, do you like Return of the Jedi's more father and son themes, or do you like Revenge of the Sith more sort of darker and more emotional sort of turns and twists and stuff, and the themes of betrayal of that movie, which I honestly like a little more. But I can understand this ranking for Return of the Jedi. For me, at least, it's top 3. The end of the video, again, this was all purely sort of comedic, you know, don't take it seriously. Go subscribe to him, actually. You know, he just hit 100 subscribers, you know, good on him for that. But let's see if we can do it over here at the channel, though that probably won't be likely because of my simpage. But anyways, yeah.